What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today, I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face testing a bunch of new drugstore makeup. I know y'all love these videos, and honestly, I love doing them, especially with new drugstore makeup. Like, who doesn't love a new affordable product? All this stuff is affordable, and some of these things I have really high hopes for, so let's test them out and see what's good and what's not. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we are gonna jump right into foundation. I do not have a new primer, but we have a new tinted foundation balm. This is from ColourPop and their Pretty Fresh line, which they have like a tinted moisturizer sort of like foundation product in the Pretty Fresh line. They have a concealer, I think, and a primer, but now they've added a tinted foundation balm. So it's like this little stick. I have this in shade Light 8. This comes in 18 different shades. Okay, this shade looks like it's gonna be pretty good for me though. And the retail price is $14. You guys know, as always, if you do get any products on ColourPop's website, you can use code Kelly. That'll get you 10% off of your entire order. I'm just gonna kind of put this all over my face. I believe it's supposed to be like a light coverage. I'm gonna kind of like draw it on like that. And then I'm gonna go with a brush to blend this out. I feel like with stick products, brushes are the way to go rather than like a beauty sponge. Ooh, this is looking nice. Definitely not like a full coverage, which again, I did not expect from this product, but it definitely like perfected the skin. And I would say it has a natural finish. It's not like a glowy, really dewy finish, but it's also not a strictly matte finish, which is personally like my favorite sort of finish for foundations, because I feel like it looks the most natural, no pun intended, in natural finish, but it's like, you know, how regular skin is. Regular skin is not completely matte or completely glowy. This is also skincare infused. I know it's supposed to have hyaluronic acid in it, niacinamide, and some peptides, and honestly, I think it looks really, really nice on the skin, like for an everyday, quick, just like throw it on. I also feel like this would be great to just add to targeted areas. If you don't want to do a full face foundation, but you have like some redness, whatever, you could just kind of add this on, blend it out, and help just kind of perfect that area. I'm gonna add a little bit more to my nose because my nose is like very red today. This I'm gonna blend with a sponge just to see. Okay, the sponge blends it too. And you can sort of build the product up if you want extra coverage in certain areas, but I think this looks really, really nice on the skin. Smoothing, feels nice and like hydrating and natural. Very good, I like it. Okay, up next for contour. This is actually a double-sided product. So we get a contour and then also a highlight. This is new from Essence, and these are their contouring duo sticks. So, like I said, we have a contour on one side. This is shade. There are a variety of different shades in this. Does it say the shade? I don't think it does. I think this is the second darkest one. Sorry about that. Oh wait, it's on the cap here that I already took off. It's shade 20 Light. So I'm gonna go in with the contour stick first. Okay, definitely cool toned, but I mean for a contour, technically that's what we are supposed to use. Normally I use a little bit of like a warmer toned, because a lot of times I use my contour as like a bronzer too. This is definitely like gray undertone's gonna give you that true shadow, which is what a contour is supposed to do. But if you're looking for something that's gonna be a little bit more of like a bronzy finish, this is not going to be for you. Blend and see. Okay, it blends out nicely. Honestly, I feel like that blended to like where we can't really see it. So maybe, I have it one shade darker. Maybe I'll try that. Let me blend this one out first though. But I mean, it does blend, but then I feel like this just like escapes and you can't even see that I applied any product. A little bit. But let's go in and see if we use shade medium, if this will be better. This looks way more warm toned. Yeah, see, this is like completely different. I mean, it's still cooler, but it's not as gray. So I like this a lot better personally, like this shade. So I think this is probably a better option for me. Let's blend this out and see if we get a little more like pigment out of this one. Yeah, okay. So I think the first shade I was using was just not the right one for me. This one looks better. And I think it's a little bit more of like a natural look for me. Not super, super pigmented though. Like I've definitely used more pigmented like contours and stuff, which depending on what kind of look you're going for, could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Like I like the ColourPop bronze stick a lot better than this. That one is definitely more pigmented though. So if that was too pigmented for you, you want something that's lighter, you may like this. Okay, let's try the more brightening side. So this is the brightening side on the medium, which is a little bit like salmony. So I'm gonna put a little bit underneath my eyes to kind of brighten there. We are gonna go in with a new concealer. We can kind of use this as a corrector, and then I'm gonna put it in the center planes of my face to kind of highlight and brighten there. I'm gonna kind of just like buff that out. You know what, I'm gonna just use a sponge to do this and see. This is definitely pretty, gave me some nice targeted brightness. And if you're looking for like a quick 2-in-1 product that's affordable, I think that you will like this. Are there highlighters and contours from the drugstore that I like a bit better? Yes, but I don't think this is a bad product. And I do like little 2-in-1. Like if you just want to throw this in your bag, you have it. Okay, now, before we go in with new concealer, I do wanna try these blush drops. So these are new, these are from Revlon, and these are their Glimmer Blush Drops. So I have 2 shades, let's just try both of them. First we have Coral Sublime, if I can get it open. These like plastic little overlays that they put on makeup are always so hard to get off, but little dropper like this. So how do I do this? Do I press the bottom maybe? Yes, ooh, okay, Coral Sublime on this side. Let's blend her out and see. Ooh, she's pigmented. Oh my goodness, okay. Use too much. See, that's my thing with little dropper products like that. It's a little bit harder to control how much you're getting out, so probably best to do it on the back of your hand and then apply to the face, because this is a beautiful shade, but that's way too much. So I'm trying to sheer it out, but also since we didn't do our concealer yet, once we apply the concealer, that will also help. It is a little bit patchy down here. I don't know if that's my blending or the blush. So I'm trying to like blend. Let me use a sponge and see. That kind of helps. Okay, yeah, that's helping to blend it a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna do the next side differently. This shade I'm going to use Pink It Over. Instead of dropping directly on the face, I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. Ooh, this shade is so pretty. Kind of gives like pink vibes with my sweater. Love it. All right, now on the back of my hand, I'm going to tap the brush, like evenly disperse it, and then tap on the face. Yeah, this is much better. See, this is why I do these first impressions, so I can let you guys know. You know what's interesting is these are called shimmer or glimmer blush drops. I don't know that I really see that much glimmer in them. Like they're not super glittery. So if you're like scared because you're like, I don't like glitter, I don't think I'll like those. Like I don't really feel like these are that glittery at all actually. I'm gonna build it up and add a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit to this side too, just so it doesn't look like we're wearing 2 completely different colors. You know what, I don't know if it's me, my brush or what, or it's the blush itself, but I feel like this is not blending as flawlessly as I would like. And like I'm working at it a lot to get it to blend. So these I'm not sure on, and it just looks a bit patchy there, which makes me sad because normally I really like Revlon's products actually. I feel like they're underrated at the drugstore. This one I feel like is not my favorite, unfortunately. I thought I was really gonna like these, but I feel like it's just not blending the way that I want it to. Okay, let's move on to a concealer. I have the new Skin Silk Under Eye Brightening or Under Eye Brightener and Concealer from Makeup Revolution. I have this in shade medium yellow. I'm wondering if this is gonna be too dark, but let's try it. Makeup Revolution normally makes pretty good complexion products at affordable prices. So let's see, and I love the Under Eye Brightener and Concealer in one sort of product. Ooh, interesting. It has like a metal applicator. Okay, pretty cool. I like that, it's a little bit different. Ooh, the metal applicator feels really nice because it's like very cooling. Definitely like a liquidy sort of product. Almost feels like a serum or something going on the under eyes. Applicator is definitely really, really cool in this. I like that. Now let's blend it out with a sponge and see. If you guys can hear Prince, he's having a field day in the background because I can see that one of the UPS guys just came to the front door and he loves to greet them with lots of bark. So I'm sorry about that. And he's probably gonna wake Carter up who's napping right now, but that's okay. Okay, definitely not giving like a lot of coverage. It actually kind of looks a little dry underneath my eyes, which is so weird because it felt so serum-y and like nice going on with that applicator. However, underneath my eyes is really not doing me any favors, I don't think. I don't love it. It looks like really, really dry underneath my eyes. And honestly, my under eyes feel really dry. Now I'm starting to think like with the blush in this too, I'm like, did I like do something with my complexion? Like, is it the tinted foundation bomb? But I don't think so, because I feel like that still looks good. My face all of a sudden started to feel like really dry. And I feel like it looks it too, especially like right in here. Maybe my skin is just really dry, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, not a fave for me on this concealer. Just not making me look very creasy and crackly and just dry underneath the eyes, so I don't like that. So this one is not working well for me. All right, I think we're due for a good product now, and I have high hopes for this one. This is the Essence Flawless Skin Trio. So this is a loose setting powder, and it has a purple, pink, and like peachy sort of setting powder, which is such a good idea. This is supposed to be blurring, brightening, and smoothing. And so what's cool about this is it has like this little thing that you can move around, and you can use a different setting powder based on what you want. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do like the pink, the purple, or the more peachy one. I think today I'm gonna do the more peachy one. So let's move the little sifter so that I have it where the peachy one is. And I can tap some into the cap. Like, I'm surprised that more brands have not thought of this already, because honestly, very good idea. I'm gonna get some of my brush. Just tap on these under eyes that I already told you guys were super dry. So let's see how this makes them feel. Has a light scent to it that's like pleasant, kind of like vanilla-y, I think. I like that. not bad. And honestly, I feel like that actually helped to make the under eyes look a bit better, which I like, and it didn't make them feel any drier than they already were, which for a setting powder is certainly a good thing. I like this. I think it definitely helped to like smooth and blur the area and help to kind of smooth out that concealer. So I think they actually look a lot better. I'm gonna apply this kind of what's left in the cap here, just on the T-zone, but I like this. This is really nice. And I think this is really cool, like something different that I personally really haven't seen. I think maybe Givenchy did this also, but like obviously theirs is really expensive, so Essence doing it at a much more affordable price is pretty dang cool. I like this. Okay, I do not have any new eye products, so I'm just gonna fill in my brows real quick. I have really not seen any new eyeshadow palettes, no new mascaras or brow products that I haven't tried already from the drugstore. Let me know if you guys have like seen any that you want me to do a review on, and I can do that. But I just wanna put a little something on my brows, and then on my lashes, I'm gonna go in. This is a new mascara, although I've already tried it, so it's not a first impression, but this is the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal mascara. I really like this. Actually, I've been using this more and more. It is a very nice mascara. This came out like maybe a month or so ago. Still definitely very new, but I think I tried it in like my last testing new drugstore makeup video, but really, really good. Like looks very nice on the lashes. Isn't clumpy, but gives a nice length, volume, and curl to the lashes. Okay, yeah, my face literally feels like so tight and dry. I don't know what's going on because I don't know which product it is. That's the clincher. And I feel like it is not the foundation bomb. I don't know, very interesting. But really been liking this mascara to update y'all on it. It's really, really nice. Okay, now we do have some new lippies to try. These are new from CoverGirl. These are their Forever Velvet Pigments. So I have a couple different shades. I'm like, which one should I use? Let's do some swatches so we can see the colors. So I have Sachet Spice, which looks like that. Ooh, wow, these are nice. Super pigmented, very, very pretty. Love that shade, like a true sort of lighter brown. Then I also have Cloud Nude, which this one has a little bit more like pink undertones to it. Absolutely beautiful. That's like typically the sort of shades that I go for, like the pinky nude. So I'm gonna put this one to the side. It's a contender. I really like it. Okay, Daydream, which this one's more of a true pink, like a pinky purple almost, right there. And then I also have Baked Clay, which is like a warm sort of brown. Also very, very pretty, but y'all know, I gotta try this one right here. What was the name again? Cloud Nude. This looks beautiful. And the pigment on these, I am like very impressed. Like I literally barely pressed it down and so much pigment. It has a small doe foot, so I'm actually gonna kind of use it as a liner and then I'll go all over the lip. The doe foot does have a little point to it. Very, very silky finish. Definitely like a velvet finish to them, not a true matte at all. Like doesn't feel drying at all and still has like a bit of shine and like kind of blendability to it. Like I don't know how to describe, but definitely a really nice texture. And this shade is beautiful, like totally a shade that I will continue to use. Let's let it dry down and just see if it changes at all, but I really, really like this because it doesn't have like a ton of shine to it. It's just a very little bit. It doesn't feel drying on the lips at all. And the color is stunning, but I wanna see like when it dries down what it feels like. Okay, it's been a few minutes. It did dry down now. Now I would say it looks completely matte, like it loses like that initial luminosity, which I suspected that it may, but it still doesn't feel drying to the lips, which I really like. So definitely I feel like liquid lipsticks have come a long way and we still have that nice velvety finish where I feel like it's really gonna last, but it doesn't feel drying on the skin. And then of course, if you want a more like glowy finish, you can top with like a lip gloss or a lip oil, which I do have a new lip oil to try. This is from Revlon and this is their Super Lustrous Glimmer Lip Oil. And the shade on this is Candy Hearts. I feel like it'll go really nicely over this. So let's try her. Apply right on over top. Ooh, this is nice. It's like thick, which I like in my lip oils. Some of these like really thin lip oils, I'm like, it's supposed to be, I feel like thicker and more glowy looking. And although I say thick, it's still not like goopy. And this feels really, really nice on the lips. Gives a beautiful glossy glow, but like actually feels nourishing, not sticky or anything at all. I really like that. And they have a bunch of different shades in these. This is like, I believe the lightest one because it is shade 01, but this feels and looks really nice on the lips. Like gives you that lip gloss look without the stickiness of like a lip gloss, kind of like the nourishing feeling of a lip oil, which I like. So that is everything, you guys. I feel like we had some hits and we had some misses. So let me know what you guys think. If you're gonna try any of these products, I would love to hear. I will link everything down below if you guys want to shop or check anything out. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.